Fact check the controversy over Trump's inauguration crowd size. White House counselor Kellyanne Conway claimed that alternative facts were employed by Press Secretary Sean Spicer when he tried to make the case that this was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration. Period. Both in person and around the globe. Actually, Spicer got several facts wrong. He has since admitted that some of the figures he used were incorrect, though he believed them to be accurate at the time. The crowd size controversy began on Saturday, January 21st, a day after the inauguration, when President Trump claimed the media had misrepresented the number of people attending his inauguration. Trump spoke at CIA headquarters and said that one of the networks had shown an empty field while he saw a crowd that looked like 1.5 million people and went all the way back to the Washington Monument. Trump claimed that "we caught the media in a beauty, and I think they're going to pay a big price." Spicer then read a prepared statement later that day, further criticizing the media for dishonesty. Photos of the crowd, including one taken at 12:01 p.m. from the top of the Washington Monument, clearly show that the crowd witnessing Trump's inauguration didn't extend all the way to the monument. Metro's figures for both 11 a.m., a half hour before the inauguration ceremony began, and for the full day show fewer trips taken this year than for past inaugurations. At a January 23 press conference, Spicer made an alternative argument, saying the number of people watching the inauguration on TV, online and in person had to be the largest ever. "I have a right to say if you add up the network streaming numbers, Facebook, YouTube, all of the various live streaming that we have information on so far, I don't think there's any question it was the largest watched inauguration ever," Spicer said. On that point, Spicer may be correct. While Nielsen TV ratings were higher in past years, some data suggests online viewership was up compared with 2009. But there is no comprehensive measurement available that would prove or disprove this claim. Facts versus the alternative. Several media outlets wrote about Spicer's claims about the crowd size this year versus Obama's inaugurations. And there are several side-by-side photo comparisons of the crowd in 2017 and the visibly larger crowd in 2009, a historic event as the nation inaugurated its first black president. On NBC's Meet the Press, host Chuck Todd asked White House counselor Kellyanne Conway, "Hi, the president asked the White House press secretary to come out in front of the podium for the first time and utter a falsehood." Conway responded, "Don't be so overly dramatic about it, Chuck. What you're saying, it's a falsehood. And they're giving Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave alternative facts to that. To be clear, there are not alternative facts. There are certainly alternative interpretations of the facts or alternative datasets or, in this case, potentially different crowd size estimates from experts. But a fact, in the words of Merriam-Webster, is something that has actual existence or a piece of information presented as having objective reality. An alternative to that, as Todd pointed out, is a falsehood." Let's go through the evidence on Spicer's and Trump's crowd size claims. Photos. Side-by-side photos of the 2017 inauguration crowds and 2009 inauguration crowds on the National Mall show a noticeable difference, with 2009's crowds filling up more of the space. From the perspective of the Washington Monument looking toward the Capitol, see Reuters side-by-side photos here, both pictures taken by the news agency. The January 20, 2017 photo was taken at 12:01 p.m. The Reuters photo caption says, "Trump took the oath of office at noon." Reuters editor Jim Borg posted on Facebook that he was the one who assigned the photographer to take pictures from the top of the Washington Monument. Borg wrote that he had seen a lot of inaccurate talk and allegations online about the crowd photos from Friday's Trump inauguration that are simply not borne out by the facts. Only one news organization had a still photographer atop the Washington Monument for the inauguration, and I assigned him to be there, Borg wrote on Jan. 22. This photo by Reuters News Pictures staff photographer Lucas Jackson was taken at 12:18 p.m. on Friday and not much earlier, as many people are trying to claim. The New York Times tweeted photos from Getty Images in 2009 and the 58th Presidential Inaugural Committee for 2017, writing that both were taken 45 minutes before the respective presidents' swearing-in.